Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a review on this US General cart, and I'll give you a little bit about myself. I'm a mechanic by trade. I work on buses. I've been a mechanic for about 16 years now. Having said that, I've gone through a couple of service carts on my own, so I got a little bit of knowledge about these things. So for the homeowner that has never had one, basically the good thing about these particular carts is you can bring them to and from the job, so it's much easier than having to run to the garage, run out of the garage. Because a lot of people, their wives take over the garage, especially where I live. But it makes life so much easier when you don't have to pick up all your tools off the ground after you've done a brake job or something like that and run them all the way back into the shed. Or it's nicer to be able to take your tools with you out to the job. Therefore, things go a lot faster. So let's get into the cart. One of the things I like about the cart is the way the lid works, and the lid works a little bit different than people would imagine. I know that it's a lid, it goes up, it goes down. Yeah, it does a little more than that, especially for people that have never owned one of these. These lock the drawers, kind of the way they do in a box like that. Alright, so those lock the drawers shut when the top is down. But one of the problems with a box like this is you can't lock the drawers manually. So being able to lock the drawers when you got to walk for me, it's one bay. I could be walking 4 bays over. So being able to lock the drawers while I'm actually moving the cart is one of the biggest pieces of safety that you can have, because I've had a cart go over on me, and I still have that cart, and I'm thinking about getting rid of it. But it's a 7-drawer cart, and a full-length carts are a lot of money. So having something where the drawers won't just slide open on you when you're in transit from one end of a building to the other end of a building, or you're out in your driveway, you just don't want the drawers to come open. So I know on the more expensive cart, there's a little tab over here, and Snap-on does the same thing. And the reason why that is such a cool feature is because it keeps the drawers locked. And I know there's a lot of people, if it's staying in the shop and it really isn't being stationary, if you ask me, it's the wrong type of cart. It's not the right toolbox for you. The right toolbox for you would be something like that. And the reason why is because this is designed, it's got a handle on the side of it. It's designed for you to actually move it. It's designed for you to take it to the job. Not saying that this thing isn't perfect to stick at the end of a workbench when you're, rebuilding carburetors and stuff like that, because it's still perfect for that. Because it's a nice little small package and it's mobile. But you want your drawers to be able to lock. So now, having been talking about the drawers being able to lock, the cart lid is open. And if you notice, the drawers don't just open. So they got lock and slides, which is very good, a very cool feature. Time will tell, though, how good these slides are going to be. And the reason why I say that is because my Hamac box that I got at work, the slides were originally locking, and when I found out that they weren't locking is when all the drawers slid out and the whole thing went over, and I was playing 158,000 tool pickup. It freaking sucks, especially with your sockets. I mean, I have way more sockets in that than I do in this box, and it was like, probably just in the sockets alone probably took me about half hour, 45 minutes to pick those up. So having lock-in drawers, lock-in drawer slides, having a top that when it comes down doesn't just pop open on you, and you can actually, it gives you confirmation that it's actually closed and it's not going to pop on you. See, it's down, it's closed, but it hasn't locked yet. It's locked. Now you can actually bring this thing down the ramp out of your shed into the driveway so that you can actually fix something and it's going to take you half the time because you don't have to walk back and forth. And when you do need a specific tool, you'll be standing next to your car going, where is it, where is it, where is it? Because it'll be in here. You're not going to be running to that box going, where is it, where is it, where is it, and find out that, oh, it didn't get put back. Is it in that box? Is it down there? You know, your tools are going to be in here. And that's why this is more of a utility, and what makes these boxes so great. Downside to these boxes are you have a lot of tools in them. They are top heavy. I mean, you've got a whole empty space down here. So all these boxes are like this. So when you're bringing it down an incline ramp or something like that, you have to use your brain. Don't let the box roll on its own. Don't let the box try to push you. I know that sounds funny, but if I'm walking this thing down the ramp, I'm behind the box and I got my hands on that handle. And the reason why I'm behind that box is because I'm controlling those casters from that handle. And if this box is going to go over, I am not going to let it go over on me. Alright, so that's why you want to be upstream of this coming down the ramp, because it's very easy for these things to tip over. And it doesn't matter if it's this box or a snap-on box. They can tip over. They're top heavy. So I'm just letting you know this from experience. Do not let the box dictate what you're going to do. Dictate what the box is going to do. And if the box isn't doing exactly what you wanted the box to do, let the box go. You can always pick your tools up and you can always straighten out the box if you need to. So over here you got, I believe is it 12? How did you get stuck right in the middle of a review? What the fuck? Never had that happen before. Okay, so originally I watched a review on one of the bigger boxes where a guy put grommets in here, and he did it because he didn't want to scratch the box up, and I started laughing because I'm a mechanic, and if your box isn't scratched, you're not using your tools. But he put grommets in there, and I think I'm gonna, for these smaller screwdrivers, I'm gonna have to put grommets in there, because that's the first time I've seen something get stuck in there. So you saw something get stuck in there, and you know, that's definitely not what I wanted to do during the middle of a review, but I'm kind of glad that it happened, because now you got to see what happens to small screwdrivers when they get put into a hole like that. So anyway, you got the channel over here, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots to put your screwdrivers in on either side. And as you can see, I have a couple breaker bars and a couple ratchets over on this side. This is a Torx bit set. But one of the things I like about this is, on my other box, these things dangle free, but this has got another little, you know, organizer down here. And if your stuff doesn't go the whole way through that organizer, all the better. Because if you look at this side, I was able to put more screwdrivers and stuff on this side. So that is kind of a cool feature. Now, if this was in a shop, I can guarantee you nothing would be on the side where people could just grab it and walk away with it, because you know your shit is expensive, and it doesn't matter if it's cheap or an expensive tool. You don't want people walking off with your shit. So let me get to another thing I don't like about this, which is basically the casters. The casters on this thing are kind of chintzy. Having said that, it's only a $100 cart, so you know it is what it is. They are locking casters. I don't think the box is worth going out and spending another $80 to $100 on a new set of casters. These will work, but they're not the best casters. So this is basically the ins and outs of this box, and I'm hoping you guys are liking the review so far. The drawer slides, they're nice and smooth. Now this drawer down here is weighed down. It's got a lot of stuff in it, so you can definitely feel the weight on the slides. I'm probably gonna have to keep those slides greased up to keep them in good shape, because you know, they say they can handle up to 100 pounds, and I don't even think I got 100 pounds in there. If I had to weigh that drawer, I bet you would come out to about 60 pounds. So I'm going to say you can put about 60 to 80 pounds in these drawers. And that's about it. So as far as usability, utility, and all of that, this is a perfect cart for $100. You can't touch it. If it were a Snap-on box, or if it was a Cornwell box, you'd be paying $1,100 to you know, $800 to $1,100, and you don't want to be spending that kind of money, especially if you're a new mechanic. If you're a new mechanic, you need to be spending that money on tools, so you want to get something like this. And listen to me when I say this: fill this box before you decide to go out and buy you know, your bigger toolbox. And the reason why I'm saying fill this box is because, one, all your basic tools should be in this cart. All the tools that you're really going to need should be in that cart. All your specialty stuff is going to be in a toolbox like that. Now, this is all home stuff, so, you know, don't go, oh, well, that's what you're using at work. No, that's not what I'm using at work. This is at home. So, you know, a box like this is perfectly fine for home. If I had to use a box like that at work, it would be too small. I wouldn't have enough storage in it. I would need something at least double the size of it. But for a new mechanic, you can buy these boxes for like $250 now. So, you know, don't make yourself beholden to the tool guys. The tool guys do not care. Once you've bought that box and you've signed that paper for any of the credit applications, they've already gotten paid for the box. You're the one stuck with the payment for the box, and a lot of those payments can be a pain in the ass. I mean, $25 a week, $40 a week, $60 a week. I mean, depending on what box you buy. And everybody sees that big, beautiful box come in on the truck, and they're like, oh my God, I have to have it. And even I've done it, you know. But the only way that I bought my big box was if I got a good price on my trade-in. And because I got a good price on my trade-in, that's when I bought my big box. But I probably went bigger than I probably should have, and I didn't need to go that big. So I had quite a lengthy note on that box, but at least the box is now paid off. It's all mine. Alright, that's my review on this thing. So if you ask me, go out and buy one. Take it easy and be smart with your money. Buy USA.